This ministry of soul winning is not for one person. You can be a professional fisherman. If the fish is too much in your boat, you will still sink. You will sink financially. You will sink in terms of a stretching of yourself. With all due respect, when you read the Welsh revival, I'm speaking to the globe, Evan Roberts, according to history, as much as we have read, one of the reasons why the man died young, he was one of the youngest of the generals recorded that died. And what killed him was not a demonic attack. What killed him was stress. Because the revival was breaking out, there were awakenings. I mean, fire was all over the place. He needed to be everywhere at the same time, and there were no helpers. His boat was sinking till he died. There are many pastors who have died today because they would not embrace to say, you know what, I can preach in a crusade ground, but I don't have the grace to follow up unbelievers. I don't have the patience to follow up 100 complicated people. But there is a pastor who was a pastor by ordination. He can follow up the most stubborn member. Why don't you lean on the advantage of their grace for efficiency? Jesus himself told us that the major problem with the harvest is not the harvest, is the laborers. In Matthew chapter 9 and verse 37, he says, surely the harvest is wide, but the laborers are few. That's the problem. There are few hands relative to the amount of souls to be saved. And you will think because there are so many preachers, so many churches, I'm saying this to you because if God has called you particularly, uniquely to the ministry of soul winning, don't say there are the Joshua Selmans, there are this and that. No, the harvest is wide. How many countries can you go to in a year? How many sermons can you preach? There are only 52 weeks, ladies and gentlemen, in a year. If you preach one sermon, one evangelical sermon per week, you only have 52 in a year. Many more hands, I wrote here, are needed for this work. Let us not discourage and destroy the hands already available. We are still looking for more hands. Let's not destroy the hands that are available. If the hands are weak, what they need is to be strengthened, not destroyed. What we need is not to destroy the hands that are available. What we need is to strengthen the hands that are available. An ineffective fisherman is still a fisherman. He just needs more training. He just needs more purifying. He just needs more mentorship. But by the time a large sea has only 6 or 7 fishermen, when sharks begin to come out, that's when you will see that more hands are needed. We need more hands. Let me tell you the truth. We need more hands. We need more hands on campus. Years ago, I used to do a lot of campus ministry. Now, I don't do so much of that again. The time and the luxury is not even there. But more hands are needed. Because for many people who genuinely started experiencing God, especially in our generation, for most of them, their defining season spiritually started on campus. If campuses are void of real witnesses, there will be a problem there because Satan has positioned men too there. How about secondary school ministries? We started FCS right from secondary school. Remember? There are many secondary schools now. When you go there to preach, you will start crying. The children will ask you questions as an adult that you want to cry. You know why? Because they've left all of them. The corruption starts from the teachers themselves, with all due respect. The kinds of things the teachers say as they teach, behave as they teach, is what begins to destroy the students right from secondary school, primary school, and elementary classes. There needs to be fishers of men positioned. There are some of you, God will give you a mandate to start a school, not just for money. You can make money through any other business, but it will be a burden in your heart you will not be able to run away from. Do you know why? Because the fish, your net will be that school that will bring all kinds of people. The next apostles, the next prophets. I think about my life today and I look at the various stages of my life and the corresponding encounters that have built me by grace to what I am now. What if they were not there? What if those fishers of men were not there? What if they were ignored? What if they were discouraged? Pray in 1 minute. Lord, send laborers. Send laborers. Send laborers. Please pray in 1 minute. Lord, we still need more laborers. Laborers as preachers. Laborers as kingdom-driven businessmen. Laborers as Christian groups serving the purposes of God. Laborers as apostles on fire. Laborers as prophets on fire. Laborers as teachers on fire. Go ahead and pray. Laborers as missionaries. Laborers as mission groups.